All right, let's talk about the real deal of getting funded. And what I mean by that is let's talk about the real deal of what it's actually going to cost you to get funded. Okay. This is going to be different for everybody. And sometimes it's different for me. Sometimes it costs me more to get funded than it does at other times. All right. So here's TopStep. This is the account size you can pick. I really recommend the 50K combines. I mean, you can make 5 contracts. Like, I don't trade 5 contracts usually. I usually trade 1 to 2, right? And then as I start to ramp, I will start trading 3, 4, and there's really only a handful of times I've actually gone all the way up to 5. All right. So needing 15 contracts, that's just crazy. All right. I feel, and maybe it's just me, and this is like a part of my trading, personality or experience or whatever. But 15 contracts would just throw me into an emotional, insane loop, and probably don't need to do it. But here's the other thing. Okay. $3,000 is my profit target. 2,000 is my max loss. Okay. 6,000. So now we've doubled. Well, we didn't double my max loss. So my max loss is tighter. So this is harder. Yet again, we didn't, we went up another $3,000, but we only went up 1,500. It's just in my opinion. All right. In my opinion, this is just an easier one to pass and it costs less. So this is usually what I do. All right. So here we go. $49 to try this. Okay. It's $49 a month. All right. And honestly, most of the time I can definitely pass a combine a month. All right. And I don't even trade that much. I actually trade Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sometimes I trade Mondays, and then sometimes I will trade a TGIF set up on Friday if I see it. But usually I don't see it because I don't pay attention on those days. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into TopStep X here. This is a bank holiday, so I'm not even trading today at all. So I decided to make this video instead. So for me, on average, $49 a month and $49 per reset. Okay, if I blow a combine and I fail, I'm gonna have to pay $49 to reset it, or I have to wait the whole month. On average, I pay $49 with one reset. That's just average. Okay. Um, Most of the time, I don't have to reset anymore, but I plan for it. Okay, so and then it's $149 for activation. So once you're funded, you have to pay $150 to activate your account to turn it into an express funded. All right. So here you go. So $250 is my average. All right. I would say for a month, I would plan on something like this, and maybe when you first start out, like, go ahead and give yourself a little room. Like, make a plan that you feel like you can succeed, something you can stick to. Okay, so it's going to cost you like $450, okay, to get funded. That'll give you 2 months at $49. That's $100. And then 4 resets at $50 each. So that's $200, right? And then the one activation for the 150 to activate it. So I really just wanted to make this video to go over that logic, because I think sometimes people are like, I'm funded, but they did 12 resets, right? I mean, if you do 12 resets, that's $600 just in resets, 750, and how many months it took you. I mean, you could be talking like 800 to 1,200 bucks to be funded. And that to me would definitely be gambling, because if you're having to reset that much, what's the likelihood you're going to get that funded account and actually get a payout, right? So these are the things that you need to run, the numbers you need to have, the spreadsheet. Like, I'm not a fan of spreadsheets, but I know that they're necessary. So, like, for me, I've kind of moved past spreadsheets in this area because I know this is my average. So if I don't make $250 from my funded account and I blow it, then I know that I actually lost money, right, on that funded account that I created. So I don't count that funded as a win. I count it as a loss. So that does happen. All right. So here is my newest funded account. I started this May 29th. I traded through June 13th. And I only traded 5 days, win rate of 80%, whatever. So average winning trade here, yeah, 500. Average losing trade 250. That's about right. So 2 to 1, 80%. It was kind of just this was just business as usual this week. Actually, I did have the one loss day right here. I think I took one revenge trade here that I documented, and had to have a talk with myself about. So it really should have been a 2 loss and then up. So it should have even been quicker, but I did revenge trade just one time. Just self slap on the wrist and move on. I didn't make a big deal out of it, and it wasn't like some huge. I didn't have my average. It didn't take my average loss to like something ridiculous, because that would have been absolutely terrible, right? So, all right. So that was that account, and now I'm sitting on this funded account. I have 1 day of 200 plus, so I made 11, like a little over $1,000 the other day. I've only traded 1 day on this, so obviously I'm not trading today. It's a bank holiday, and we'll see how tomorrow goes and things like that. But my goal, as I get these bigger days like this, on at first, I will start to scale down my losses because I will protect the wins, because I only need 4 more winning days of 200 plus to pull 50% of this, right? So what my target goal would be is to make my $250 back. Now, of course, I want to make more, but for me to pay for myself to get funded, I really need this 250 bucks back, right? And I really, obviously, I usually shoot for anywhere from like a 2,500 to $4,000 goal, on these funded accounts, and then I just pull half. But as soon as I hit these 5 winning days of 200 plus, I don't care what I got. I will take 50% immediately. I don't care if there's 1,200 bucks in it. And I know that takes me down to 600, and then I can only risk 600 on my drawdown. But my biggest thing is I want to make money, right? I don't want to indulge in gambling to where the point that this gets popped down and then I hit my minimum balance and then I don't get anything, and now I just lost $250 because it took me 250 to get here. Okay, now obviously it took me a lot more to get there because of all the training and all the mentorships and all the programs and books and all that stuff. But all of that on my spreadsheet has been made up. All of that is paid for. Okay, so for right now, what I'm trying to do is earn back what it cost. So I want you guys to keep this in mind. I want you guys just to keep track of how much it truly cost you to get activated or to get funded, and then keep track of how much you're actually going to make a plan and keep track of it. So, all right, guys, we'll see you in the next one.